它结婚从1变2，然后年底就成2，然后双胞胎，然后再隔一年。
蛮可惜，我不太敢吃肥肉。
刚刚所以如果你是小的话，你就知道他不会
你当时再生一口。
这是劝退，
以客为镜。
今天好像大家都要闯祸一下。
一切都是注意好。
今后对。
沙漠见。没有，没事。没有，这口气用到骨子里。
好像还好。你要访问他一样，一点很符合这样。到医院都会觉得压抑。所以那个东西。
你起码会做居家照顾。
哦，
居家照顾。
哎，居家，放肆，居家访视。
居家访视，袂歹啊。
哎啦，啊都过去阮45年前拢咧做公证，
哎，就是。
很有人情味，你知道？
对啊。啊，以前是做公证，啊，即摆有啦。
即摆有甲咱配合啊，
车马位，
袂歹袂歹。
哇，你哪有时间拿我去？
我都拢是厝边隔壁5公里内。
对啊，无你真正无用。
需要门诊停，中间有空我就赶快去。我用 GoGo 一样。哦，大街小巷哦。
啊，你那台嘞？
开玩笑，我如果骑重车去的话，就吓死人。
那个撞风的。
停车去考测那个病人也好。
全部重播啊！
对啊，重播。
礼拜3没。对，礼拜2没做。
你讲即马，我讲我介绍就做那个蓝牙。
对啊，因为下午等一下我要提早走，就是要去健保局啊，开会要逼我们用蓝牙。
我你以前输入 F0.0。
哎，F0.0也在。啊，这蓝牙哦，更非常奇怪，我要反应，根本弄了10分钟还弄不出来。啊，所以你看，
偏乡的所在讯号不好的蓝牙。
对，所以他不要这样子害人。我今天就要跟他反对。还有这样逼人家做这种，你们自己健保局方便就好。
而且你要买一台机啊。
那是不贵啦，但是问题是操作哈，对我们 LKK 是个很大的伤害呢。
他就警告你认识的嘛，像空姐跟
我在一起。
他是要你 real time 的
对啊，那个都没问题啊，你去网试就知道啊。这样不赶紧骗你脚趾，赶紧做啥啦？我做去。
我今晚开始做那个居家，我给他做那边广告。
哦，还有那种古董吼，人家拢爱改转型啊。
哎，他那边
无啊，很麻烦。
那个气
传，对不对？
那个气传。
对啊，拢做些我拢无做，我拢愈医治愈好。
你足够的，你一个坐医生俩。
哎呀，
我安尼有甲遐尼济了，我还够6到8个。啊，今天礼拜6还要面试一个来 apply 的 EMBA。哦。然后今嘛阵容会超晒。
对啊，好啦。
美国都会去上。
对，你要开始钻研。关键我就这样。
你们这排你安尼1、2、300人，
系啊，
除了咧排以外，天天看。
你讲礼拜例外错了，礼拜天我最忙，我从早上去到偏远地区哈，去义省，我去到北部迄个红建呀。
所以你排你忙。
对， 然后回到台中228台中公园2点28分又开始我们那个民主论坛的礼拜，什么都有。对，我那个想多赢呢。
所以你没休息的。
我只有农历过年10天，然后去出国。所以今年农历过年我在西班牙接到他的电话，你妈妈对我emergency，我讲婆婆啦吼，我CVN哎呀，我在WiFi 所在叫袂到，啊像你个 WiFi 我不会啊，啊遐是搁你赶紧的啦，我讲的啦，对啊。
为什么要先需要慢？可以换小放着吧，因为我们这个都慢起来，
我们那时候都是最慢的。
那水果我放这边，
没有关系，
没有东西可以换小吗？都太多了。
换小房对。
水果放上面，
我帮你放这边。
你知道我居家访视哈，1个月几个你知道吗？180。
啊，你真正足认真做，啊，你
刚背，我准备一个不缺，但是到了最后会有1天哈，大概要5个4个这样把它，因为超过就把你砍，超过就砍，180。
啊，你真正真做到半年。
哎呀，我拢做到满，我快老人，我最古早CV 甲迄个说吼 liver 吼，遐足济啦。
包饲料，
未来就实在甲食到啊，40分以下，60以下就会使啦。
伊做真歹扣 case，因为我感觉真
对啦，你现在甲食就好啦，我哪甲你管啦？伊也不要甲你20七啊，20七我看，我无烦恼。对呀。
我一个至少起码差不多。
所以中午除了去医学院教书以外，还有监狱这2个时间干了夫人家，其他我都在外面乱啊。
时间完全充分利用，睡觉时间都拿来利用。
睡觉前到半夜1点还在做直播啊。所以我有一天你接到我的讯息说，怕死了就死了，就这样而已。只要不死之前，我一直干。
我干嘛你这？我就 energetic， 收稳精力旺盛。啊，你一觉困，你就超3、4点。
No， 7个小时。因为我1点睡，一直睡到8点50分，8点50分，9点看病。
睡得早。
可以，我很好睡。对我来讲，我困拢无倒来5分钟赶。这点是我的优点。
对。
对啊，很夸张。我分了一什么叫学生房，员工加客人，这个很奇。你的那个学生就一杯饮料也叫偏大，一杯饮料。
就 popular 的。
然后再来就会很多档。
也开了其他副品牌。
其实还有除了就是连锁品牌以外，还有个人工作，其实还蛮好的。就个人工作就是对那个在练身体的时候，是教练出来，对，而且那个收入还蛮不错的。一堂课，那一堂课下来几千块钱，1000多块。
直接喊价2000多，没有听到报价，没有，我说哦，比我的集合还好赚。看好我集合都没有到2000多。
钱都加进来。女儿基本上都在美国。
小的现在在陪我们，一直到陪到9月。
好，阿嘞好，阿嘞嘛调教。
我的今晚准备工作之前，我就去把它调教，要不然他今天
再来也是在美国工作。
对，他执照拿到，他回去就可能会工作。
以后要留在你身边的机会是 no 零，
所以有点感慨，你知道吗？小孩子哦，真的看小孩子自己在看他，不会他回来看我。
每个有他自己的赖，国内对的，
我们哥哥在台湾，没有哥哥在台湾，他有些在上海做服装社，可是他会跑回来拍片，球球对，现在在。
更可怜，以后是比较清一色。你若破退休时，你就不要
你看我今年是实习业务，我去拜访那个命。
那建筑师永远是the potential customer。
讲了2个小时多。
Good afternoon, everyone. Let's welcome our president. And we have our speaker, Vito. You can take a seat over there. Okay, meeting starts. The president, please ring the bell to start meeting.
Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone.
Rotarian, please all rise for the four-way test. Please be on our way. The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is this true? Second, is this fair or concern? Third, fourth, please be seated. Rotary song. May we have the path?
Okay. Go ahead. R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y is now on land and sea. From north to south, from east to west, he profits most who serve us best. R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary.
Thank you. Introduction of visiting Rotarians and the honorable special guests. May we have Rotarian Jimmy.
Good afternoon, everyone. We only have one guest today, a very lovely Martha, Vito's spouse.
Nice to meet you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, the president's time. Go ahead.
Already?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
This week we attend 2 informal meetings. This is for charter. And that's a very new coffee shop opened by Shum's friend. It's very nice. Yeah, we should go there sometime if you guys have any chance. And also for the Christmas group, thanks to PP Juice, he arranged a dinner tryout in Huanggong. As you can see, the space is very amazing. There's only one table in the center of the hall, so it was very cool. Thank you. And by the way, our speaker Vito's spouse, Martha, she just arrived today from Poland, like 3 a.m. in the morning, so that's a very strong support for your husband. That will be for my part.
Okay, thank you. And this is probably our Christmas party space. Okay, next one, secondary time. I don't have any other things to inform today because all of our special events will be start like after August. Okay, so let's start our main program today. It's our self-introduction for our new Rotarians, Vito, and let's have our special speaker's introduction by IPP.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm not sure if Joey really wanted to pass me the microphone. He hesitated. Yeah, it's strong support from Marta. I was telling her that Sophia wasn't here when I gave my introduction. So, my introduction on Vito, I'm going to leave most of it, his personal background, to his speech. Dr. Guo, Vito, the name in Latin means alive and life. That's why he's a doctor. He's been an attending physician, resident physician, research physician. Actually, I'm not sure which ones has higher seniority or which is more special. He's a physician specialized in emergency medical service. And we're about the same age. And what amazes me that he's someone who can work hard and play hard at his age. He's been to Phuket earlier this year. He's been to Spain for a couple weeks, so he knows how to party. And after he came back, he had 8 straight night shifts, means a few all-nighters, which is pretty inconceivable at our age. So let's have a big round of applause and let's welcome our Rotarian Vito.
Thank you. Good afternoon, my dear fellow Rotarian. I'm Vito. It's my honor to be here to introduce myself to all of you. My Chinese name is郭书显. I was born in Chiayi, 1977. I was raised in a humble and modest family. My father was a high school teacher, and my mother owns a small agriculture machine company in Chiayi. And I'm very grateful they could be able to raise me up and to educate me and support me until my adulthood. As everyone knows, I graduated from Medical University of Wuhan. I obtained my MD degree there, and during my study, I was planning to go to United States for my medical practice, but and I passed the USMLE Step 1, Step 2, but due to my parents' will and legal financial support, I have to come back to Taiwan and to continue my medical practice in Taiwan. After coming back from Taiwan, I joined the emergency resident training in Zhongshan Medical University Hospital. In the beginning of my practice, people have many doubts about the foreign graduate from Poland. And I was so depressed and discouraged, but somehow it gave me the strength to fight. And I tried my best, and I studied hard, and I worked really, really hard to
to prove to my colleagues and my senior staff that I'm good, and I did it. After I finished my residency and I and I passed the board exam, and I got promoted as attending physician in my hospital. And I also finished my master degree of clinical medicine in Zhongshan Medical University. And somehow that although that I'm not really graduated from Zhongshan Medical University, but I'm like pure blood of Zhongshan Ren. And now, and after that, until now, I'm still working in Zhongshan Medical Hospital, and as a attending physician of emergency medicine. And also that I have 医疗资源，偏向医疗资源 in 卫福部彰化医院，在彰化埔心西湖那个地方，对。And my specialty is emergency medicine, and also international medical assistance. And this is my specialty. My specialty is just emergency medicine. I won't be another doctor in the future. And I'm Vito, and my Rotarian name is Vito. Everyone knows me already. And Vito is an Italian name that means life. And it also, I didn't use this name before me and my wife opening an Italian ice cream shop. And I'm a big fan of the Italian culture, and also I love the movie Godfather. And so the name is also from the Godfather, Don Vito Corleone. Yeah, the Godfather. I had the ambition to become Godfather, but somehow I didn't make it. Well, this is my wife, me and Martha, and we got married in 2013. We are just imperfect people and who refuse to give up on each other. Therefore, we still now with us together. And we met in 2004 in Poland. And she was my college sweetheart, and we finally get together, and I'm very grateful that she gave up her life in Poland and also job offer, and she just came to Taiwan to support me. And we were so young, and we were so young and so happy, and it was one of the best time of our life in Poland. Well, a good wife can bring balance to your life. She support me, and I work hard, and somehow we are not rich. We don't have so much money, but somehow we can still manage to travel around the world. We go everywhere. We travel. We are happy, and we enjoy our life. We went to Venice. This is the gondola ride, and then Bologna. We really travel a lot around the world. And then this is Royal Palace of Spain in Madrid. And last year, me and Martha, we went back to Poland twice, both in summer and in winter. In winter, we go to the Porch Mountain for skiing. And this is the right picture. This one is the place we met. This is our meeting points for our first date. We just went back here, sitting. Oh, it was a date. 10 years ago, we met there, you know, we just, okay, let's meet here. So we went back to the same point, and then we took a picture there. Yeah, it's a good memory. And this year we went to Spain, and then in Valencia, and we went to Madrid, we went to Barcelona. We just enjoyed our life. This trip was a really good trip, and we enjoyed so much, and we got so relaxed in our trip, in our Spanish trip. Okay, so I will tell you something about my job and what I'm doing every day. So, what is like to be emergency medicine doctor? Okay, and when I was a medical student, everyone asked me, what kind of doctor do you want to be? What specialty will you choose? Well, I don't really know. I didn't know what to choose. So I just Googled it. How should I make up my mind? Okay, so I found a flowchart on that. Okay, so when I was medical student, I think, I'm a bit crazy. I'm not so normal. I don't have this like so normal mind like other students also. So I choose to go to the right side, the left side. And I didn't have I could not focus so much, and then I cannot, I'm not so patient that I don't have any attention span. So therefore, the emergency medicine. So I choose it. And other doctor here can also check if you make a right choice or not. Well, this is just joking. This is just funny thing. I love my job. I love emergency medicine. I love immediate decision. I like the adrenaline rush feeling. Yeah, I'm an adrenaline junkie. Okay, so what is emergency physician? Emergency physician focus on the immediate decision making and action necessary to prevent death or any further disability in the emergency department. And we provide immediate recognition, evaluation, care, stabilization, and disposition of patients in response of acute illness and injury. These two sentences just explains very well that what is emergency physician. We deal with general medical emergency. People come to the emergency room with any kinds of complaint, of discomfort, of this symptom. Most of people come with the abdominal pain and chest pain or whatever pain. They just come. And they just come and tell you that I have this pain. So you have to make a differential diagnosis from thousands of diseases to make sure they will not die in front of you or they will not die when they go home. And we deal with infectious disease. Infectious disease, people come with fever, you don't know where is the infectious source. And then also we deal with the neurological emergency, such as stroke. It is really you have to run with the time, and because time is the brain. The early you find the diagnosis, the early you do the treatment, the less the brain it was damaged. So this is my daily life with the general medical emergency, and we do resuscitation. This is really the main emergency medicine, the spirit resuscitation. We have to do defibrillation, we have to do CPR, we have to perform intubation. Something like this you might think it is it looks simple, but it's really difficult. Sometimes it is like in your mind there are thousands of diagnoses you have to think, and then if you do this procedure, will you be damaged to patient or not? And we do trauma. trauma, the traffic accident, and also that you cannot imagine. People will always come with people will always surprise you with any kind of injury. How they did it, how they fall, they have like a 1,000 way of falling down. And also that we deal with some criminal case, homicide, that this is rather a nicer photo that was a nice looking blonde woman. Yeah, believe me, in the real life, it doesn't look like this. It looks much worse. It looks like this. This is the trauma room. This is after the trauma resuscitation that we have to do so many things to save these people's lives. We deal with animal bite, the lovely dog bite, or the vicious snake bite, and also sometimes we have some cute mosquito bite. Also, people come with mosquito bite to emergency. And intoxication, we have to treat intoxication. People come here with drug abuse, pesticide abuse, or rather, whether it is intentional or non-intentional, we have to do our best to treat the patient. And in Taiwan, there's also alcoholic problem. So some homeless people, they just got drunk, wasted every day, and then they have their place to stay in the nighttime is emergency room. So we deal with them. And if we have some hazmat, I mean, this is let's say hazard material, means that some radioactive and some chemical pollution. We are the one who has to decide how to evacuate people and how to isolate those zones. And emergency doctor are shift workers. We take shifts, day shift, night shift. It's usually 12 hours from 8 to 8 and from 8 to 8. Yeah. And we have to take those shifts because we got paid by our salary comes from duty, comes from shifts. We don't have any basic money. We have to work to have money. We are 打工仔. Yeah, people say. Such 没有病的，就是没有上班就没有钱，对。
那也安尼。
就是安尼啊。
每一个医院都一样吗？
对，都是一样。急诊室医师就是打工仔，就是你有上班才有钱。
可是
他值班一个晚上是1万块。
现在多一点了。有多一点。这还可以。We got because of such let's say high risk job, we got pretty good compensated by the hospital in such a way.
但是一个月基本要上班多少天
We have to have 15 duties.
Okay.
But when you get older and then if you cannot take so many duties, maybe you can take 10 duties. But it depends on, it just depends on how you wish to work.
So at least 15 days, right?
Yeah,
that means
180 hours. And I work only night time. I work only night duty, and I work only night duty because in such case I might be able to do something outside of the hospital. I might do something of my interest. I can go to gym to make myself feel better, to let my negativity to go out. Well, when I preparing the slides and I Google, okay, so I Google the news of emergency physician. what is the news of emergency physician on the clinical side? Well, we deal with the violence every day, almost every day in emergency. It's a chaos. It's chaos. People will shout at you. People will think that you are worse than nothing. Yeah, you're worth nothing, and you know. This is really something not that that ages ago. This is just a few days ago, or just in these 2 years. People cannot wait, and then well, it's quite depressive. And now, being a good doctor is like being a goalkeeper. No matter how many goals we save, people will remember only the one you missed. And then this cartoon is about the doctor and then patient's relationship nowadays. This is, you can see that before the doctor will say, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. And now, when doctor goes to patient and the patient will say, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. Well, it's sarcastic, but it's pretty much how it looks like in Taiwan now. Well, it's always pros and cons, advantage and disadvantage of every job. In my job, the pros, the advantage of the emergency medicine is that I never get bored. I see every patient as a new case. Everyone has many different complaints, and it often leads to different scenario, different kind of result. And this is challenging, and then this is very interesting job, but yeah, and somehow for some people who don't like to change, maybe it might be advantage. But for me, I like to challenge myself. I like to keep my brain storming every day, every time. So this is some kind of advantage. And that we have very free schedule. And then we can arrange ourselves holiday. And then also that the most important for me is that when I finish the job in hospital, I will not get any call. I will not really get any call in the midnight that someone tell you, oh, Dr. Guo, your patient is in emergency. Yeah. So this somehow that I have very clear cut between job and life. Yeah. So and when I am off, I'm off. Yeah. So this is the most attractive part. And but I'm not able to open my emergency clinic. I cannot have. I hope I can only work as in the hospital. But maybe that I can be able to have my general practice in clinic. But I cannot say that my clinic is emergency clinic. And that patient will never appreciate, will not appreciate or remember emergency physician because they stay just maybe like a few hours with you. The subspecialty that surgeon that people will say, OK， 谢谢你帮我开刀，看得很好，开得好，但是不会有人跟急诊医师说，哦，谢谢你在急诊室照顾我，照顾的哈 ，never， yeah. Well, and also, 急诊室医师在 I will speak Chinese in here now. Sorry, I will let you know later. 急诊室医师 because this is easier to tell you how is our 急诊室医师在医院的地位其实通常都不高，常常都要拜托次专科来会诊。 然后次专科来收治住院，然后有时候半夜遇到脾气差的，还会凶你、骂你，然后甚至一些学弟、一些young resident 还会说这不用会诊，你怎么都不会？我心想，拜托我都会，这是形式上要找人来会诊的，对。Anyway， 所以急诊师医师在医疗界、同仁界的同仁的地位其实都不是很高，对。
Not really.
That's true. Yeah. If you know, if you are serious, and 很多人都觉得我们是高级检伤，我们都是过客，我们都是高级检伤，就是说我们都是我们都是在急诊室，对，他会觉得我们不专门，对，然后不像说心脏科医师他来就很英雄这样过来，我帮你做个那个心导管检查，然后神经外科医师好，等一下我帮你开刀，开进去没事，对，或者这样子，我们没有办法，然后我们只能说等一下我帮你找医生哦，或这样子，对，然后他说那你是在那边跑龙道，那种感觉 ，anyway。So that's me, that's my life, and I can't do anything with it. Yeah. 然后就薪水面来说的话，急诊师医师是临时薪水，上多少赚多少。那没有办法像 skin 皮肤科啊，或者是心脏科啊，或骨科啊，这些有很多自费项目可以增加自己的收入。对。
是你有完整的人生啊，他们没有。
所以说 pros and cons. So what people think I do, and what I really do. Like Lou said that the doctor and nurse relationship. That is what my friends think I do exactly. Just Lou just mentioned. But actually, it's not like that. And besides emergency medicine, I do international SOS, international medical assistance. This is private. This is not from hospital. This is my, let's say, part-time job.
Side business.
Side business or part-time job. Yeah, this is my, yeah. And I fly overseas to bring sick Taiwanese back to Taiwan, or I bring sick foreigner back to their home country. Sometimes by private jet, and sometimes by scheduled flight. Yeah, it depends on the condition of the. It depends on the condition of the patient. So, by doing this by doing this service, that I know that every time when you go abroad, you have to you have to 投保意外险，医疗意外险要投保很高的意外险，因为这样子的专机一趟台湾跟大陆250万到300万，对，如果要自己出，其实有时候会有点就是要吞一口口水这样子，对。那还有这只是对。那常常会跑这些 international SOS， 然后看尽人生，就是你再怎么有钱，你去大陆换肝，换了2个肝、3个肝，肾，如果说 failure 就是 failure， 你的命你救不回来了，对。所以真的要把握当下，然后就是享受人生，对，不要想说之后再去做什么，如果没有很好的身体健康的话，就是一切都没有了，对。然后我有时候会飞那个大陆，有时候会飞欧美线，然后还蛮好玩的，然后就是可以看尽各国的风土民情，各地的医学现状。And the most unforgettable and memorable case was helping one Indonesian labor worker to go back to her country. She was paralyzed. She was paralyzed in Taiwan when she was working in Taiwan, and she didn't have money. Her family was like super poor, and they don't have money. They cannot afford to going back, and she was paralyzed below her neck. She cannot feel anything. She cannot move, and she cannot breathe. She even cannot breathe by herself. She is ventilator dependent. She has to use ventilator to keep her breathing. But her consciousness is very clear and like you and me. So she's really suffering, and she wanted to go back to her home. Maybe she said that even if she has to die there, she wants to go back. So, but there's lack of funds, and then she stayed in Taiwan for 4 years. 滞留台湾4年。And last year, that because there's some Indonesian president election, so they have they got fund from the candidate. So they wanted to make some news, yes, in Indonesia. So the candidate of the Indonesian president or something, or some politician, just help her, and then just 他出钱，然后就是叫我们把她带回去。And it was a big work. It was big work. She was very difficult patient, and then we moved her from the Taiwanese intensive care unit, and then through the it was 他们没有办法负担医疗专机，只能用民航机转送，所以我们必须在长荣航空的后面那边，就是铺担架床，然后那边建立一个小的 intensive care unit， 然后 all the way back to Indonesia， 然后 back to Indonesia， 然后我们到当地，因为这是一个很大的当地的一个很大的新闻，所以说警察还有开道，所以通常从机场从那个雅加达机场到市区通常需要3个小时。然后，但是我们只花30分钟就到了，那可能大家都觉得是miracle，对。然后我们之后甚至还开一个记者会，中间有他的卫福部部长啊，还有劳工局局长，还有一些官员，那些整个都来。所以这其实是我觉得还蛮骄傲的一件事情。我用我的专业，我帮助他回去，我让他回到他的家乡。But unfortunately, she died 10 years. She died 10 days after she go back to her home. Yeah. Well, but I think that if she stay in Taiwan, she might have another 10 more years. Yeah, because the medical service in Taiwan is really good. The health care.
So what about the candidate? Was he elected?
I didn't follow up with that thing. Yeah. Well, I just know that the prof, 那边有些利益纠葛，也许他就对。Well. Although the medical environment are getting worse and worse, I still always remind myself to 勿出众。中山的校训，中山的医学的目的在救人，医人医病要医心，这是我永远记在我的心里面的话。医学目的在救人，医人医病要医心，然后 to cure sometimes, to relieve often, to comfort always。我尽心尽力的去救治我的病人。But I cannot make everyone happy. Therefore, I developed a side business with sell ice cream. If you want to make everyone happy, don't be a leader, don't be a doctor, sell ice cream. Me and my wife have a little ice cream shop in Huameijie called Gelateria. Gelateria is a place which sells gelato, like pizza and pizzeria, gelato and gelateria. We went to the gelato university in Italy to learn how to make gelato, to make the real, authentic artisan gelato, and we use the best machine we use the best product to make our gelato. And if you taste our gelato, you can really already tell it is different than the industrial ice cream that it is really different. We went to in the past few years, we joined many pop-up events. We have many selling points in department store, in hotel, in whatever it is, and the most successful was in Commune A7, 货柜市集，信义区货柜市集. It was really good and unforgettable memory for us. And we joined many events with collaboration with some international company, Maserati, Mercedes-Benz, and Nike Air Jordan. We customized many things for them. It was great fun, and then some experiment and then brainstorming. Every time that I always challenging us, what can we do? And we also go to some outdoor event, and then jazz festival, some festival, or we also have some private ice cream party. And we experienced a lot, we learned a lot from life, but the most lucky for us is we met Lou and Sophia. We met Lou and Sophia, who introduced us to the big family. Thank you guys so much. Finally, like Don Vito always say, great men are not born great, they grow great. I hope and I believe that I will grow great in the big family. And at the same moment, I will offer my sincere friendship, and also that provide and also my professional knowledge and skill to all of you. And I hope I will grow great in the big family. Thank you very much. That's my introduction.
Can we have some question?
Of course. Now, okay, I be Lou.
My original question was going to be about physician and patient, or doctor and nurse relationship, especially from a good-looking doctor. Since Mona is here, so I'll change. It's a good question.
I know all of nurse already.
You know.
So she just went to my working place and said,
I'll change my question actually. See, ER is a very special working environment, especially for people who's not in the medical field like us. I'm not sure if you know this term called KPI, Key Performance Index. Keywords. It's like basically evaluation of how well you do your job, or how well the places function. From a hospital or from a for Bureau of National Health perspective, what's a good KPI standard, or what are the indices you look at for a emergency room? See, for example, for us, maybe no patient, maybe it's a good news. We don't mind hiring you just to slack off, chat, but what are the criteria, or what are the what do they use to measure a good, well-operated emergency room?
well, there are many kind of index to index to see how this emergency room work like, and there's okay, so they measure your time of reacting to acute myocardial infarction, that heart attack, and also that stroke, or they just see those time, that how fast do you respond. and also that they also see how good you can do for that 急重症, how severe that you can accept, and also for the hospital director, they will see how many visits of the emergency room. They don't care how severe, but they want to see the number. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. It is, a good doctor should take care of patient, do as the, 就做最好的治疗。但是有时候他们并不会看到说你。并不会看到你看的病人是很严重的，但是他只有看到数字，这个今天你看了多少个病人，所以这是不一样的，对。所以有很多 KPI， 但是能不能达到，急诊室其实通常都是一个赔钱的单位，所以说医院的高层也不会那么的喜欢你，因为我们急诊室都赔钱单位，我们都要开立很多的检查。然后，因为我们要在很短的时间之内做最正确的 diagnosis， 所以我们必须要开立很多的检查。这些检查常常都是高贵的检查，所以说医院对，是
一言难尽。
Yes, for my opinion, every doctors, no matter what specialty you are, you need to be respected. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Okay. And I'm curious, the emergency doctors is the highest risk for be sued and body hurt. Have you ever experienced this kind of situation?
I hope I will never. That somehow that I was threatened, I was verbally abused, by drunk, alcoholic, and also by some irritable, emotional patient, and sometimes by psychiatric patient also, 精神病患. And I can't do anything. I have to smile and then I have to smile and say, okay, I know you have your difficulty. I will try to help you, but I cannot. I have to have my professional smile on me all the time, to prevent something goes wrong. Yeah. So I think that I'm pretty good emotional control. Yeah.
So you prove one thing. The best one is the 得做兵，得卖兵，得才做医生。
今麦唔是安尼讲，今麦是得你卖兵，得你够医生。
Another interesting things, as we know, one of your colleagues, she is the pole dancer.
Oh, she is 学妹. Yes, she is.
She is still working in emergency room.
Yes, she's now chief resident of Zhongshan Medical emergency room. She practice it. She take it as a sport activity. She just enjoy doing it, and then she is also active, and she's very positive person. Yeah.
Thank you.
Just a question for you at the Zhongshan Medical Hospital for night shift. How many doctors, emergency doctors
for night shift? In Zhongshan, about five. Five.
For the night shift.
Five for night shift, and then because Zhongshan is medical center, so you have to have trauma cases. You have the trauma doctor, and you have to have the internal medicine doctor. You have to have pediatric doctor. Yeah, so I just take turn from one of them.
So,
but sometimes I work in Zhanghua. There's only me, one doctor. one doctor in the hospital, in the emergency room, and sometimes one doctor in the hospital. Then you have to take care of the whole hospital emergency.
So at Zhongshan, average, how many patients you treat per shift?
In Zhongshan is not so busy place. It's about, let's say, per night. It depends on your luck. Sometimes it's 10, sometimes 20. But in other hospitals, it's usually 20 to 30. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any other questions? Okay. Vito.
Because in the past, step 1 and 2 in the United States versus我们医师执照最难考就是美国医师执照 step。世界上医师执照最难考step 1、2就是美国医师执照，再过来是大陆，台湾的医生技巧上好考，那么背都会过了。所以你考过了 USMLE 那我想你是 you are the best， OK。
不过已经久了，所以已经过期了。但是我就是现在会继续在台湾继续服务这样子。对，这是一个 proof that I can do it. I'm not worse than you.
Okay.
Okay, thanks again, Vito. Presentation of the key